Sabah everybody and welcome back to the channel. I am extremely excited about this game. I've been waiting for it for some time now. It was released in Japan, unfortunately not in the US, but I finally got my hands on the BotsNew Dragon Ball Z VR game. This is a game that uses a mounted headset that you can put in your Android device or your iOS device. And using some of those pads that they provide you, you can actually play some Dragon Ball Z based games. Either flying, fighting, doing a Kamehameha just like Goku, all the things that you want to just do ever since you were a little kid and just wanted to do like Goku, Vegeta, Krillin, or even some of the other characters. But let's not waste any time. We're going to go ahead and check out the BotsNew Dragon Ball Z VR game. This is a box that I was able to get in from Japan. I want to say thank you to Garwin from XDA for all the help he was able to help me out with this, since he's actually able to get that for me. But let's not waste any time. Let's check out the BotsNew Dragon Ball Z VR game. So the box doesn't disappoint. The first thing you see is Goku doing a Kamehameha. And of course, you see this gentleman wearing an entire suit doing it at the same time. The intention here is they want you to get the excitement of what it is to watch and actually be Goku and do that infamous, basically just the best Kamehameha you can. The game is a VR game, so you do need a smartphone that is not included in the box. So what I'm going to go through here right now, do real quick for you guys, is a tour of the box, what comes inside. It does have applications that are available on the App Store and the Google Play Store. Looking at the back, it just showcases one of the games that shows you the ability that you're going to be flying like Goku and collecting the Dragon Balls. I'll show you guys hopefully some of the footage from that, as some of the games I was able to play on Android and some on iOS, and iOS doesn't really allow me to do screen recording, but I was able to get some footage definitely of the Android side. The basics of this is you need a smartphone, you need to use the headset, and you need to be able to sit down and play with this. And again, there's different games, and I'll give you guys information in the description below where you'll be able to pick one up. Also, there's a website that lists all the applications, the games for Android and for iOS. Depends on the ecosystem. I think one of them has more than the other, but let's check out the box. I didn't want to make too much noise, but you get one packet in here, including 3 pieces. You get a chamois to clean the lenses. You get an instruction manual, just basically explain to you how to do this. You get the headset, the controllers, the wipe, and you get the calibration mod or pad. This is what you use to calibrate your height, so that when you're doing a Kamehameha or you're firing any fireballs, that it actually fires it at the right level, because by default it's not set to your height. So if you're either taller or shorter, you'll be using this to calibrate, and the walkthrough on the process explains to you how to do it. Also, it explains to you is try not to play in direct sun. Do not face it. Basically, it's going to tell you here, look, do not play in the sun. Do not wear it with it when it's too hot. And don't play it for too long of a time, and make sure there's enough room for where you're sitting, and take breaks. If you feel sick, please immediately remove. So just sort of basic warnings that we normally get with any of the games or any kind of Google VR stuff like that. And of course, on the back, it explains you're going to get in, put your device inside, turn in, adjust the straps. You can use the controllers, put them on your hand. These are basically, and then just sit down and enjoy and have fun. Be aware that the device needs to be flat. It cannot be either kind of tilted or so on, so that you get the best experience. Here is the actual Capsule Corp simulator, essentially just as just a target to be able to adjust the height. And here it is. The controllers are very simple. You get 2 controllers, and you actually have to face them to your face. So you put them on your hand kind of like rings in this position, and you have a right and a red and blue. So essentially you just put them on your hand, and you can do the Kamehameha like this, open it up. You can do fireballs just by shooting them like this. But the main thing here is that you have to have them, you have to wear them for the gestures to register on your device, and it's using your back camera to be able to register those things. Looking at the actual headset, we do have Capsule Corp right there at the top. We have adjustment knobs to be able to adjust the distance of the actual device. You have a button here that you push out. We have an adjustment here for the lenses. You'll notice right there, it moves the lenses. This is again just to focus. I have not been able to use this with my glasses, so I do need to take my glasses off every time I play. There is a little bit of a stand here that helps you push the device, so your device is not sitting against the glass. And this glass is pretty clean. As long as you keep it clean with the chamois, it doesn't have any problems. Snaps on with a button release. On the bottom, we have the same instructions we saw before, but we also have the additional button here. This is the touch response button. Some of the games require you to actually interface with the display, so you have to actually push the button, and it registers as a touch on your device. Now, I've tested it out with different devices. Obviously, with the iPhone 7 Plus, this is the biggest one I'm able to get as far as an iPhone. And with Android, I had different mixed experience. Now, this is the OnePlus 5. I've been able to use it with this device easily, no problems at all. But when I tried using it with my Galaxy S8 Plus, not all the games would work, and some of them will actually crash the actual launcher that I have. And it could be just because of Nova, but overall, all you need to do is unlock your device, There's different games you can download. I have unlimited screen recorder. I'll be using this to record some of the footage for you guys. But there's different games that you can play. One of them basically being the ability to fly, and that's the one that looks right there. Oh, I cancel right there. And I'm going to click it. It's going to say allow, allow, and it's going to ask me just basically, it's going to use the camera in the back to be able to view. So you notice it turns on the system and it's looking for the actual controllers. The game is in Japanese, so you just want to be aware of that. You're going to get a lot of audio feedback in Japanese. I'm going to try to do a quick recording. I'm recording this actually right now. I'm going to show you some flight time, exactly how it goes. You do use your hands to be able to increase and change the direction. So I'm going to switch over to the video and keep the audio regularly playing here since you guys can hear it from this side. So first thing it's doing is asking me to look up. And at this point we are flying. If you've ever played one of the Dragon Ball Z games, you notice this actual environment is very familiar. This is where you normally fly to try to find different areas to fight. So if I put my hands in front of me, I can stop, and you notice that the Dragon Radar comes up to me right there. I can turn my left. And here is a Dragon Ball. And that's the basic concept. You could just fly. You can look down. I'm gonna put my hands out. Go. So I went ahead and selected Vegeta for this match, and it's basically centered. I used the table, and now we're just gonna get ready. And let's go. We're gonna go Gallic Gun, I think, his fighting power. Go. Oh, and I lost. So head-to-head fight with Vegeta, and of course he powered up higher than me and I lost. Overall, a lot of fun for any Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super fan that has ever wanted to be Goku for even 5 seconds. The ability to fly around, catch all those, you know, obviously the Dragon Balls, to play against Vegeta, against Goku, against Krillin, against some of the other enemies there. I think it's a lot of fun. They even have a viewfinder where it also has a gauge to be able to see the power level of a character. So all of those things are a lot of fun, and you're going to be able to use them on Android and or iOS. Now, as far as the user experience from on the end user side, I find that the Android side had a little bit better tracking on it as far as the two controllers when you're holding them in your hand, as when you're trying to do a, you know, like a Kamehameha or even a Gallic Gun from Vegeta. So those are things you want to be aware of. The tracking on iOS wasn't bad, but I found to be like maybe a second behind. And maybe it just could be the version of iOS, then maybe you just need to update the software. But at least in the current version, the way what I have right now, I found that Android runs best. Also, if you're running this on different versions of Android, like a skinned version on the S8, not all the applications worked for me there, so that was a little bit of a bummer. I did end up putting it on something closer to stock with Oxygen OS on the OnePlus 5, and all of the games worked fine, tracking was working great, and all the stuff that I wanted from it was really just right there. Easy to put in, pop it in, turn it on, it catches, the calibration was working fine, the sound was coming out clear. Other than that, I think it's definitely something if you have a Dragon Ball fan or Dragon Ball Z, any Dragon Ball you know, saga basically fan will definitely appreciate having something like this. I wish it was released in the US. Currently, the only way to get it is to get it from Japan, but there's a few that were imported, and I'll give you guys a link to the Amazon listing at the bottom here. Other than that, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm very excited to have this at home. My son and I are definitely going to be playing this for a long time. Definitely a big Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super fan. We watch it every weekend. So like and subscribe as usual. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Super excited about this. Let me know if you are, and I'll see you guys in the next video.